So, true story. Recently, I thought I would be a good husband and surprise my wife with her favorite meal, which is meatloaf. I went to a very popular social media website, TikTok, got the recipe. Needless to say, long story short, it tasted like meat-flavored bread. So, the moral of the story, don't go to social media sites, certain ones to get your recipes. Go to Marcia Crowley. That's why I'm here today. Good to see you
Good
again,
to
Marcia.
see you, Ray.
Yes, when I told Marcia that story, she goes, well,
Why did you do that?
She says, why did you do that? So you know what we're doing today? We are doing meatloaf this month in honor of me, in honor of my wife, and Marcia felt bad. So she has got a great recipe for meatloaf. Georgia beef, by the way, of course, nothing else. Georgia beef, and this is a family recipe.
This is my mother's recipe.
That's
so
pretty.
It's been around a while, and I've never had a complaint.
I'm impressed that
Lots of requests.
I'm impressed that you're sharing this with us. So go for it.
Okay. Well, obviously, meatloaf. The way I like to do it is to mix the milk and the eggs and all the spices before I add the meat. So that's 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I didn't do all this.
You didn't do all that, did you? And then the spices are, it's 1/4 teaspoon each. Sage, pepper, dry mustard, celery salt, and a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Mix all that together. And the spices are very important. It definitely makes it to me. Just comes together. All right, I'm gonna mix that up just a little bit. And then you add 3 slices of bread. No more. Not the whole loaf. 3 slices of bread that have been torn apart.
I use breadcrumbs, but that's
okay. Oh, you did? Well, that's probably why it was didn't hold together very well, did it? Then kind of put that in there all together. Let it kind of blend. Then it's 1/4 cup of chopped onion. And a pound of ground beef. And normally, if I was at home, I would get my hands down in there and mix it all together real good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want somebody writing in saying she used her hands.
Okay.
So they can't see me at home. We put this in a loaf pan, obviously. You can mix this up together and put it in the refrigerator and cook it later, or you can immediately put it in the loaf pan. You're going to bake it for 1 hour at 350. And I promise, if you don't like it, you can get your money back. How's that?
We wouldn't do that to you.
No, it's really good.
I can tell you that I used Georgia beef, but that's probably the only correct thing that I did.
The beef didn't have anything to do with it.
So what else do we have that will complement the meatloaf?
Well, we're doing comfort food,
okay,
which to me, meatloaf and potatoes go together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is, I've already roasted about 1 pound of new potatoes. I'm going to add, this is melted butter. You're going to combine 1/4 cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup of chopped onion, 5 to 6 or 4 to 5 slices of bacon. You can always add more, cooked, crumbled, and about 1 cup of shredded cheese. Got a lot of bowls going on here, don't I? Just going to mix all that up and toss it in the potatoes. Bake it at 350 for about 15-20 minutes until all the cheese is melted.
So cheesy bacon potatoes.
Yes.
Can we call it that on our recipe site?
Sure,
cheesy bacon potatoes. Okay.
We can call, and I forgot, the potatoes are roasted with dry ranch dressing. So that even adds a little bit better flavor.
Okay.
Bake this, like I said, 350 for about 15 minutes, and they're so good. I mean, what can't be good about it?
Nothing.
All right. Now this dessert is a frozen Oreo dessert. Who doesn't like ice cream? Who doesn't like Oreos?
Meatloaf, cheesy potatoes, ice cream.
Yeah.
It's comfort food.
All right. This is about, you can obviously double this recipe. This is about 15 crushed Oreos, half a pack. All right. On top of that, I'm going to add a half gallon of ice cream that's been slightly melted. Here again, it would be real easy to double this.
Mm-hmm.
Spread that, let it melt a little bit.
So that's why you wanted to melt the ice cream before we started.
Yeah, because it
Ah.
would be impossible to spread
I get it.
frozen. The crust is, I told you, is the Oreos and some butter, and you put it in the freezer so it kind of sticks together. And don't do like I did, open the freezer door and it went everywhere. So,
Those are behind the scenes secrets that we
thank
don't
goodness
tell
the
people.
camera wasn't rolling. And then this is the other half. Again, total of 15 crushed Oreos, half's on the bottom and half's at the top, on the top. And you put it back in the freezer, and you can serve it with hot fudge sauce. You can serve it like it is, and it's addicting. That's why I didn't make a bigger portion, because I would have eaten it, and I don't need it.
Right.
And then I would serve all this together, obviously, with green beans, whatever. But like I said, it's comfort food to me. Comfort food.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you stay tuned for this entire segment, you just got the exclusive family recipe of Marsha Crowley's, only here on the Farm Monitor. Not entirely true, because you can go to farm-monitor.com and get the recipe off there, because Martha, I did it again.
That's all right.
At least a couple times a year I do it. Martha, of course, is my wife. We were talking about meatloaf. But anyway, Marsha, every so often, she will share family secrets with us. She is sharing this one. So there you have it on farm-monitor.com. Marsha, as always, thank you so much.
Hope you enjoy.
I shall. I will not be meat-flavored bread anymore. So
Hope not.
good to see you again.
Good to see you, Ray.
We'll see you next month, and we will see you next month as well.